as the spiritual and temporal leader of Tibet.
Flinching of the brain's temporal lobe.
If the under aspects of the temporal lobes are gently pulled apart.
One temporal dimension, what we know as time, were deployed.
Almost as if it were the temporal junction point.
Temporal lobe epilepsy, no indication of organic abnormality whatsoever.
With the temporal
Does any lord here either spiritual or temporal?
The bullet pierced through the frontal cortex and the temporal lobe.
Device that creates a temporal wake.
Dalai Lama, we ask you to rule your people as the spiritual and temporal leader of Tibet.
A shared flinching of the brain's temporal lobe.
Yet, as I demonstrated in my lecture last week, if the under aspects of the temporal lobes are gently pulled apart, the upper portion of the stem of the brain,
Ones that we know as height, width, and depth, and one temporal dimension, what we know as time, were deployed. The other 6 remained minuscule, wound up together.
Time inherently contains some sort of cosmic significance, almost as if it were the temporal junction point for the entire space-time continuum. On the other hand, it just...
Project Almanac, Experiment 1, Trial 1, temporal distance 60 seconds.
In English, please.
It means you...
There's no sign of concussion, no brain tumor, no temporal lobe epilepsy, no indication of organic abnormality whatsoever. However, after 1 month, his
We got home. Perhaps the gigawatt discharge, coupled with a temporal displacement field generated by the time vehicle, caused a disruption of my own brain.
Whether will be tolerated or discussed. And the question I put you is this: does any lord here, either spiritual or temporal, deny the right of Parliament to enact this law and make it the law?
House. No. And what happened next?
The bullet pierced through the frontal cortex and the temporal lobe, coming to rest on the upper right side of her brain against...
So what is it?
It's a device that creates a temporal wake.
A what?
It's a time machine.
October 26, 1985, 1:18 a.m. And this is temporal experiment number 1. Come on, Heine. Hey, boy, get in there. Atta boy.
Brothers, before we discuss the temporal concerns of our monastic life, are there any transgressions to confess?
Yes, Father.
All I'm getting is temporal censorship from her jump.
Scan basket. This book reads like stereo instructions. Listen to this. Geographical and temporal perimeters. Functional perimeters vary from manifestation to manifestation.
It's in the chemical electrical activity of the brain. In case of your daughter in the temporal lobe, it's up here in the lateral part of the brain. It's rare, but it does cause bizarre hallucinations.
Performing that ritual.
I don't know. I haven't gotten to that part yet.
Temporal manipulations can create branches in time. Unstable dimensional openings. Spatial...